I'm back. Hello, everybody. I'm very overwhelmed. I'm very overwhelmed. Thank you for all of your support, everybody, this evening. I really, really appreciate it. Everyone renewing their memberships and all of the supers. I very much appreciate that, guys. Thank you. It's been not easy at all, and seeing everyone come back in such great numbers, even after I very suddenly dipped for a long time, is really nice. Like I said on Twitter when I announced this stream, I'm not going to go into detail about why I needed to go. But all I can really say, because I can imagine that you're all sensing something being wrong, is that it's been one of the most difficult times that I've been through. Period. It's been very, very hard for me over the past few weeks, and mustering not just the circumstances, but also the mental fortitude to stream again has been very, very, very difficult. But I knew I couldn't be away for much longer because I didn't want to go in the first place. I was very excited to be back after having been to Japan with Luxiem and everyone, and over the past few months, it's almost felt like I've had, like, God knows how many I'm back from my break streams, probably more than normal ones. And I don't think any streamer should do that, you know. Streaming is my job. It's my livelihood. It's my life. It means, you know, more than anything else really in the world to me, to have the opportunity to see you lot and to get to make things that make you smile. That's the most important part of this whole experience. And for there to have suddenly become this, not habit, but let's say circumstance, where I'm constantly dipping in and out of being here, it sucks. It really sucks. And it's one of the reasons why I literally decided, it's not that I couldn't have gone, I decided not to go to Japan with everyone else when they all went back. As much as I would have genuinely loved to, I really wanted to go. I just really wanted to work. You know, I wanted to get back into the swing of things. And then suddenly I couldn't, and I was fucking kicking myself so much for that. And I definitely didn't have any FOMO at all, hearing how wonderful of a time everyone was having. I've just been stuck in this mess of constant just dealing with things and not being able to do anything for myself and not being able to go anywhere. Or it's been a nightmare, a real fucking nightmare. Which is why I really appreciate you all turning up in such spectacular numbers to come and welcome me back. I really appreciate that so much. And I'm not going to go on about it for too long because there really isn't much more to say about it. Really not much more to say about it at all. The only thing there is to say is that I'm feeling better and I'm back. I'm back now, and my want from now on is to just be a really reliable and consistent source of entertainment and happiness for a much longer time. My happiest memories from having been doing this are from when I've had long uninterrupted months where nothing got in my way and we could do lots and lots of fun things. And so we're going to keep doing that. I'm praying and I'm hoping that nothing else will get in the way, at least not for a long time. And that for this month especially, that we'll be able to have lots and lots of fun together. Because being a fan of any kind of group of entertainers like NIJISANJI, it shouldn't be as exhausting as it is. You all are a part of this wonderful community to relax, to laugh, to get off in my case. But when more than 60% of the news you hear is of people burning out, of people needing to take breaks, it's exhausting. And I feel bad for even having been a small part of what might have caused this community to start to feel so fatigued. But the only way, really, that any of us deal with that, the only way, really, that we can get past it is to get back in the saddle and keep doing our best. And so that's what I'm going to do. Like I said earlier, I'd really put this up as genuinely one of the worst things that I've ever had to go through in my life. I don't think I've ever felt more anxious and just, I don't want to go into it, but it was something I wasn't ready for. But I am safe now. My family is safe. Everyone is fine. Everything is fine. And the only thing left for me to do now is to, like I said, get back in the saddle and keep pushing forward. And like I said, when we first started streaming again this year, it's going to be a really exciting year. It's going to be a really exciting year. I have a number of projects, like I mentioned, and all of them are very much on schedule, and a lot of them are even nearing completion, and not necessarily nearing completion, but absolutely nearing the point where I might actually have a solid release date for some of them as well. So that's exciting. And perhaps something that I would have been able to do before I left, but now I definitely will be able to do. I want to confirm that the 24-hour charity stream, should everything go well, will be happening next week. I'm really, really excited for it. I want it to take place over the course of the weekend and to just put on a really, really sterling show and to invite a load of people and to get to do a load of stuff for that. So the charity stream in support of Rise Above the Disorder, if everything goes my way, and I'm praying it does, will be happening next week on the weekend. So that's something to look forward to. Oof. I am beating myself up. I appreciate you saying that, but I'm not beating myself up. I think that when you're in a position like this, you really do need to stop and think about having passion for any kind of work means that you're going to think pretty hard about how to make things better. And especially for NIJISANJI specifically, for a while, things have been not so good. And so we need to do better. We need to do better as, well, not necessarily that we need to do better, but we need to get back to work, and we need to do good work, and we need to motivate each other, and we need to just help you guys feel better about being a part of this community. And I'm going to try my best to do that. And so we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see what happens. And I'm really excited for the future. I do think that this weekend, this year, sorry, I'm sorry, my brain keeps getting distracted when I see words in chat. I'm out of practice, definitely. This year is going to be good, I think. And now that I'm back, I want to try helping everyone feel more positive. We've got Luxiem, the rest of the boys, coming back from Japan now, and I'm fucking still upset that I didn't get to see them, but I will some other time. And Shu might be coming back to streaming soon. Don't put pressure on him, of course, but he made a community post, and he's, you know, he might be getting back in the saddle soon as well. So the boys are coming back, and I think there's a lot to be happy about. There's a lot to look forward to. So yes, very, very strange, stressful times. Very strange, stressful times. But it doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. Why don't, before we move on, because we're going to play a game later, I didn't want this to be all that happened today. Why don't we just chat about where I'd been and what we're going to do next? Because that's important, okay? I don't want this to feel all sad. I don't want to keep coming back from breaks and then being like, well, I was so sad, and then just milking that for content. It doesn't feel good. So why don't we do some nice shit, okay? Let me tell you a few stories, because when I was away, it wasn't all bad. So for most of the time that I was away, I was just at home taking care of things, right? But when things were sort of wrapping up and I felt like maybe I can come back to stream, I sort of sat down and I thought about it, right? I thought about, do I feel ready to come back to stream after I'd sorted everything? And I sat down and I tried making a schedule, and I just thought, God, no, I'm not. I realized that I was like, I am not ready to go and face all of that again just yet. And so I made a very impulsive decision, but it turned out to be really great. So you'll be aware that by this point, everyone had already sort of come back from Japan, so I had thoroughly missed that ship. But I thought, you know, I don't want to sit at home. I need to get out of this place. I need some fresh air, some new perspective, something else. And so, out of nowhere, I decided to book a flight. I booked a flight. First class. Went to Japan? No, quite the opposite. I went to buttfuck nowhere in the middle of America, where there is nothing. I went to a place where there is nothing but rednecks. And I just went out there and I just hung out. I went to bars, I drank alcohol, a lot of local beer, I walked on the beach, and that was that. Genuinely, I don't think there is a single story from that trip that I have to tell, because I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything at all. I stayed in a hotel, I sat in bed for long periods of time, got Dunkin' Donuts Uber Eats for breakfast every morning, brought a load of gushers back because we don't have fucking gushers in the UK. Wait. I have a Discord conversation I want to show you guys. Hold up. I have something I want to show you guys. Hold on. When I was flying home, yeah, I love gushers. We don't have gushers in the UK, and they're so tasty. So I smuggled a load of them back in my check luggage. Hold on. I had a conversation while I was on my flight back. I was using the in-flight Wi-Fi, and I had a conversation with I might share some pictures of. So the biggest thing that I'm going to talk about, I'm not going to talk about my trip itself because I didn't fucking do anything. I was just there in buttfuck nowhere, just enjoying the food, and that was about it. Like, nothing really happened. However, what I am going to talk about is the flight, because like I said, I got first class, and that is some shit to write home about. So I'm definitely going to talk a little bit about that, but there's something I want to show you first. Also, I see there's a really big super project going on. We'll definitely read that as soon as I get started. But I got to share my story. I got to share my story. Okay, hold on. Okay. So essentially, on my flight back, I sent in our Discord channel. In our Discord server, I sent an image of my in-flight breakfast, and it looked very fancy. And I told them I was going to smuggle a load of gushers back to the UK. And then Uki decided to be Uki. Smuggle a load of gushers back to the UK. Don't know how I'm going to live without them. Are they not available in the UK? No. Yet another Britain L. It's okay. You got a gusher right here. Me. God damn it, Uki. Not again. Brilliant. Oh, thank you guys for the supers. I feel bad. I feel bad for not reading these. Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't want to get derailed. I don't want to get derailed, but I really appreciate it. Shit. You guys are so full of love. Fuck. Oh, I'm happy again. Oh shit. I'm happy again now. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm happy again now. Thank you so much. To everyone sending supers, I'm going to read those later. So let me get excited for a second. Because I had a very nice experience. And the thing that I should say most of all about my trip was that while I was away, I didn't think about my situation one bit. I was just chilled and I was hanging out. I was going for walks. I was on the beach. You know, I sent you guys that picture of that wine on the beach, cheap ass wine. $12 wine on the beach. That was where I was. But fuck nowhere. Oh, there's so many supers, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, let me tell you a quick story, okay? So, I decided to get first class because I've been becoming a little bit of an aviation geek for a while. So, I'm going to tell you guys about my new Oshi, right? So, it's not Kate Blanchett anymore. It is this guy on YouTube called Trek Trendy. Has anybody here ever seen a video from Trek Trendy? His name's Will. He's amazing. I think he's so cute. So he's this guy, this British man, where he takes these really fancy trips on like first class flights, first class like sleeper trains, first class cruises and all that. And he has this like really great British like TV presenter voice where he's like, today I'm flying on Emirates first class to Dubai and it cost me north of an eye-watering $10,000. And I've been binge watching every single one of his fucking videos. I think he's so sweet. There's this one point in one of his videos where it's like he's talking about the impact that obviously that COVID had on the aviation industry, and he's talking about how he's like he's in Heathrow, I think, and he's like, yes, and we can see out this window what you're actually looking at is the first international flight flying to with Qatar Airways. If you look over there, and he can say that's a Boeing. This is a Boeing 767, which is really good. And someone to just be able to look at a plane and know exactly what kind of plane it is, I was like, that's so adorable. And as I've been watching his videos, I've been getting really into like flying as a thing. I just think it's such an interesting, like, the way that the thing that amazes me the most about, thank you guys so much for the Alka Supers, I keep getting distracted. I'm gonna read those when I can. The thing that I love specifically about flying is the first class experience, because every airline challenges every other airline to one-up their service, and that's the main thing that I'm going to talk about when it comes to my first class experience, was the service itself. So the first leg of my flight, I made a connection, right? So I flew from London and I flew out to JFK in New York. And this leg of the flight was British Airways. And oh my God, I've never felt more fucking proud to be British, because that was one of the best experiences of my life. I went straight from one of the worst experiences to one of the very best. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why British Airways first class is so based. So, I didn't really know what to expect. I have been on business class with Mr. before, and business class was great. It was fantastic. And as someone who's only ever flown economy before, it was fantastic, right? It was a really, really great experience. Yes, a rare Britain dub, right? And I'm going to tell you why. So, the thing about first class is that they take care of you on every single fucking step of your journey. So I arrive at the airport, and immediately at Heathrow, you have the British Airways, at least in Terminal 5, where all of the British Airways planes leave from, they have the British Airways first class check-in away from the regular check-in area. And I look over and it's this beautiful, like, wood glazed area, and they don't let you in unless you can present them with your passport and prove you're a first class customer. And then you go in, and so I arrive maybe 6 hours early. I arrived super fucking early, and I have this heavy ass check bag that doesn't have wheels, so I'm just lugging that around. I think, God, I'm gonna have to carry this around until my gate opens in like 4 hours. Do I take a nap or something? And I didn't have much sleep that night before either, because I'd had to travel. But of course, in first class, you can check your baggage in immediately. I just went in and they said, oh yes, that'll be wonderful, sir. It doesn't have any lithium-ion batteries in it. And I said, no, it should be all fine. And so, yeah, 6 hours before it began, and a good 4 hours before my gate or the check-in would normally have opened, they just took my bag off me anyway. And they said, no worries, sir. You head right on inside. And so I took my carry-on and went through security. And then the experience really, really began. And so in Terminal 5, they have this, they have the exclusive lounges. And so lounges are a very common thing for most airports to have, that are only available if you can either pay to enter, or you get them for free if you're a customer on business class or higher. Now in Terminal 5, they have, because all of the flights for Terminal 5 are British Airways, they have the two British Airways lounges. There's one lounge that I can't remember the name of, which is for business class, and then opposite you have the Concorde lounge, which is for first class only. And I walked in and I was like, okay, how many alcohol did I drink? Jesus Christ, I was drinking a worrying amount of alcohol. And so the surprising part about this is that this first class experience with all of this stuff added really wasn't that expensive. I wasn't prepared to spend like a stupid amount of money, but it was like definitely less than Mr. and I's upgrades to business class when we were going back and forth from Japan. So it was surprisingly not that expensive, which was a real surprise. And so I walked into the Concorde lounge. And immediately, it's got like beautiful, sort of very quiet, soft music playing. You have a lady at the front who takes your carry-on off you, and she says, "Don't worry, I'll look after this." And as soon as I walk in, I see two things. In front of me, you have a sleeping room, and I thought, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna need that." And then to my right, you have a la carte fine dining, all for free. And I thought, oh God, where do I begin? And so I thought, okay, you know what? I'm hungry. I'll sleep after this. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get some food. And so I walk in, and then this beautiful waiter, looked a lot like Robert Pattinson actually. This beautiful waiter welcomed me in and immediately presented me with a menu, and he was like, "Would you like a cup of tea, sir?" And I was like, "Oh yes, please." And I was sat there sipping my tea. I had this bacon chop. I had this like bacon chop with fried eggs, and it was just really fucking good. And I sat there and I just ate my food. And you've got all of these like affluent, like sort of rich people walking around, and I was like, hell am I doing here? I felt so out of place, but I felt so out of place because I was like, I don't know, wearing like a hoodie, you know, I was wearing like a hoodie and some ripped jeans and like some really, really, really cheap shoes. Like my comfy shoes are like 12-pound Adidas trainers, and so I was just wearing those. I don't want to wear no fancy shoes. I just wanted something comfy. So I just sat there, I was eating my food, and it was wonderful. And every single time your tea gets slightly low, they immediately come over and refill it, and I was like, thank you very much. And then obviously my dumbass is just sat there waiting for them to come and give me the bill, and I realized, wait, it's free! And so I got up and I left. And then I went to the sleeping room, because I'm dead tired at this point. I'm ready to I was like, I want to be awake when I get on the plane. I want to be wide awake when I get on the plane. And so what I did was I went to the sleeping room, and it says on the front, it says, go to the front desk if you want to if you want to book a slot in the sleeping room. And so I said, okay. So I walk up to the front and I'm like, hi, how you doing? Can I use the sleeping room? And they were like, yes, of course, sir. And they write down my name, and they write down, he's going to be in here from this time till this time. And they say, okay, when would you like us to wake you up? And I was like, you're going to wake me up? Okay. I was like, my flight leaves at like 9:50. Can you wake me up at 9? And they were like, absolutely, sir. Would you like us to wake you up with a cup of tea? And I was like, yes. And then I still couldn't believe like how much was being done for me. And it was like, how much was being done for me? And then I had to really think about how much I paid for all of this. And I thought, you know what? This actually isn't so ridiculous. This actually isn't like, when you look at the price of first class, you're like, that's fucking extortionate. And then you go through the whole experience and it's like, you know what? This is actually fair. And so they walked me in. And inside you have these, I don't know if anyone's ever seen these before. They're called it's like a metro nap. It's this weird like curvy bed with a big sort of dome on top. And you just lie in there and you pull the dome over your head so that it darkens it. And then you can turn on a number of like sleep CDs, and it says like, activated, beginning, enjoy your metro nap. And then it starts playing this audio of a man who's like, I want you to listen to the sound of my voice and descend into a wonderful, relaxing sleep. And I was like, what the hell's going on? The bed itself was really weirdly shaped, and so I struggled to get comfy. But then when you can recline the chair a lot, and so I sort of like, it's not like you can recline it, you just sort of tilt it backwards so your feet stick up in the air. It was really weird, but I did enjoy it, and I wound up getting a couple good hours of sleep, which was nice. So then, after that, they woke me up with my cup of tea, and I was like, right, off I go. And so I went down to my gate, and I went to the thing, and this was like the one part where the first class experience wasn't really like all that apparent, because it was like, then it's like, can you imagine it, guys? I had to share a queue to get onto the plane with all of the economy passengers. Ugh, it was disgusting. But that's a joke, obviously. We had to get on like a shuttle bus to get on the plane, and so we went over there. We were all just sort of like, you know, you guys have been on a shuttle bus before. You just get like packed in with everyone, and then they take you to the plane. And then I get up into the cabin, and the first thing that I'm struck with is like, whoa. See, Mr. and I did business class before, and that was really good. That was pretty great, especially on ANA. They have a brand new business first class product. And it was really, really modern. And the British Airways one was an older product. Like, you could definitely tell that the plane had seen better days. But you have this there are only 8 seats. There are only 8 seats in first class. And so you sit in this beautiful, wide chair. It's very soft, very plush. And you have 3 windows to yourself. And there's a footrest that doubles as a second chair if you want to get up and sit closer to the window, or if you want to dine with someone else. And so immediately I'm like, oh, and I get my carry-on in, and I'm just like kind of sat in the chair, and I'm like, what the fuck? Slack! Shut up! I sort of sat in my chair, drinking it all in, being like, Jesus, I again, feeling very out of place. And now this is the absolute highlight of my entire trip. It was that service. Immediately, when I sit down, the most polite, energetic, and most wonderful man It was this bald guy, and he came out and he said, Hi, great to meet you. I'm gonna be head of service tonight. How are you doing? Can I get you something to drink? And I was like, something to drink? And he was like, it was like we have Dom Perignon on board. Would you like some champagne? And I was like, yes, please. And he came over with a very, it wasn't like a little, Mr. and I were given a little bit of champagne when we left in business class, but it was like in a little plastic thing. This was a proper glass, a proper champagne flute. And he handed me this, and so I sat there with my champagne. I was like, oh my fucking God. And they're going through the in-flight checks, and they're doing all of this, they're doing all of that, and I was like, oh. I sat there sipping my champagne and everything, and sooner or later, plane takes off. I should also mention that in first class, they're playing like beautiful piano music as well, because of fucking course they are. And so we push back, we take off, and I'm really enjoying just looking out the window, because I always get very emotional when I'm on a plane, and I think that was a big reason why I wanted to take a break, to take a break after my terrible situation, is that I just wanted like some time in the air to reflect, I wanted some time to reflect, and being in the air really gives you a chance to do that. Thing is, though, I'm used to economy flights where you just sit there and get left alone for 12 hours, and, you're paying to just be on the plane. First class, however, no. They will not leave you alone, and this is a good thing. So the first thing that happens is immediately they present me with a menu for, dinner. And I'm like, okay. And I just start looking through it, and the food selection they've got is like beef shoulder, fucking like, they started with canapes, right? They started with these canapes that I can't even fucking remember what they were. I'm gonna look this up. British Airways first class menu. Let me look this up. Food and drink, British Airways. Oh my God, look at this website. Long haul. First, there it is. Wait. Menu, yeah, first class. Where the fuck can I see the menu? Aha! There we are. Oh, that's the. These are all the drinking This is the everyone on Google Images is just showing the drinks. Come on. Oh Jesus. Oh, look at it. I'm looking at it again. I'm looking at it again now, and I want to go back. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Calm it down. Where's the menu? Okay, never mind. I can't find it. But anyway, they had these canapes, and one of them was like salmon roe, which normally I would never fucking eat because it's fucking seafood and it's from Britain. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And I just devoured it, and it was really good. And I was like, shit, I guess I'm starting to like seafood. And so I started having all these different things, like, ooh, I'll have a bit of that. I think one of them was like radish leaf or something like that. And I was like, I was eating these canapes with my delicious glass of wine. And then, Sonny Briscoe, hello, welcome Briscoettes, come on in. I'm talking about a time that I went on because I had a really bad experience that led to me leaving for a long time. But then in my last week, I took a break, and I took a flight to buttfuck nowhere in the middle of America, but I got first class when I flew out, and I'm telling everyone about the experience because I really enjoyed it. Welcome, everyone. So, anyway, back to the story. So, I ordered all of my food, and I think in the end, I wound up getting a cauliflower soup to start, and then I had ox cheek for lunch. I missed you too, Sonny. I wish I could have come to Japan. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to see you someday as well. I've missed these guys a lot. Hopefully I get to collab. Also, by the way, Fuchan and I are gonna do, just for everyone, Fuchan and I are gonna play Rocket League on the 6th. When is that? That's Monday. Fuchan and I are gonna play Rocket League on Monday. Back to the story. So, I ordered this, and immediately, first of all, the food was the cauliflower soup specifically. It wasn't much to look at, but it was so perfectly creamy, so beautifully seasoned. I genuinely think that if I had any more of it, my heart would have stopped. It was fantastic. And they made that on a plane. Then the ox cheek with like this giant roasted chili pepper on it with all of these vegetables. It was just beautifully presented. And I was just sat there like, and I was just eating this shit. But the thing is, right, immediately, when I had the cauliflower soup, the lovely bald man that I was talking about came over and he said, hello, thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying your food. Can I get you anything to drink? And I said, well, what would you suggest? He was like, well, we have a very, very nice wine list. And so, you know me, I am a beer person. I always go for beer. It's like my number one choice. However, was that food free? You bet your fucking ass it was free. Of course it was free. And he said, well, and I had no idea where to go. The wine list was long. And so I had no idea what to check. And so I said, well, what would you recommend? He's like, now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't drink, but one of my co-workers, he does. So I'll go and get him instead, all right? And so he went and he got this other member of the first class attendants who was also bald. He was also bald, but he came over and he said, "All right, so what I'm gonna give for you is this wine, which sort of and he mentioned specifically the shape of the glass. He was like, when you have this glass, it sort of allows the aroma to escape." Sort of in a greater shape or something. I don't fucking know how wine works, but he was very fucking well read on his wine. And he handed me this and he said, I would recommend giving it about 10 minutes to aerate. And I was like, okay. And so he handed me that. And I sat there and I waited a little bit and I tried it and it was fucking beautiful. And I just sat there and I sipped it. I had my soup. And then after that, you wouldn't believe it, when I had my ox cheek, the guy came back over and he said, okay, so for this dish, I would really recommend this different wine. And I was like, oh, like I just couldn't believe that I was being treated in such a wonderful way. Who would have thought that spending a load of money on a first class ticket entitles you to a really beautiful experience? But the fact that they were just like, okay, and this was for this, and this is for this. And then I had, oh God, what was it? I think I had like ice cream and something else for dessert. And he said, and this is a white dessert wine for this. And I was like, how much fucking wine are you going to put in my body? And he handed me this beautiful white dessert wine, which was so sweet and delicious. And I sipped that and I was like, and I think it was at this point that I started just silently sobbing to myself, because I was like, I can't believe how lucky I am, and I can't believe that I've like come as far as to be able to enjoy such an incredible experience. And I felt thankful to be alive. I felt thankful to have like spent the last year working as hard as I did to be able to deserve something like this. I just sat there and I was like and I assumed that maybe people in first class, like the first class attendants, are used to that because they just left me alone and let me cry a little bit, which was quite nice. And I was like, oh my God, it was nice. It was very, very nice. But yes. So then after that, I decided, well, you know what? I'm quite sleepy, so I'm going to see what this experience is like. I'm going to see what it's like to sleep on this flight. And so when I was all finished with my dinner, and of course, let me just reassure you guys so you don't go insane. Of course, your tray table opens up, and and it's a massive, sturdy tray table, and they lay it with a tablecloth and give you salt and pepper shakers and balsamic dip, because of fucking course they do. Is there another super project going on? Oh my God, I feel bad now. I need to read these. I'm gonna finish the first class story, and then I'll read supers, but. And so they give you a tablecloth, and then, yeah, like, it's so, you do not feel like you're on a plane. It's like you're just sat in this beautiful restaurant in, like, this lovely little private room, and then all of a sudden you can look over and be like, oh yes, I'm hurtling 30,000 feet above the ground, 600 miles an hour, hurtling towards a destination, which I do not know nor will I ever understand. And so I got up, and he said, it's like he knew. The first class guy was like, are you planning on getting some sleep, sir? And I said, I said, yes, I'm just going to the bathroom. And so I went to the bathroom, and of course, in first class, they give you pajamas. Because why wouldn't they? They give you a brand new set of pajamas, these beautifully soft, gray, moisturizing pajamas. And so it was kind of nice. It was like being back in school, because you walk out and everyone is wearing the same pajamas. It's like they're wearing school uniform. They give you free pajamas and a little amenity kit full of like toothpaste and facial mist and lip balm and fucking face cream and deodorant and shit like that. And I was like, you know, I was in the bathroom, I was freshening up, doing my skincare, you know, making sure I was all nice and fresh, got changed, got my pajamas. And then I came back and he had made my bed for me. He had made my bed for me, and he'd turned out the duvet, and he'd like put a sheet on my chair, and he obviously in first and business class it fully reclines into a bed, right? And so he'd recline the chair into a bed fully flat, put the duvet down, and he'd like opened it up for me and put a little fucking flower on the pillow, and I was like, oh god, I couldn't believe how lucky I was. And so I just sat there and I just got all cuddled up, and I put my eye mask on, put my headphones on, and started listening to some sleep music. And then obviously and then I press a little button, and instead of having to put the windows down manually, they just go zzzz, and down they go. And then I fell into a really blissful sleep, about 4 or 5 hours of good quality sleep. And then I woke up, and immediately they were like, "Hello, good morning, sir. Would you like some breakfast?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'd love some breakfast." And they just treated me to another lovely meal, and with a nice cup of tea and everything. It's like you wake up and they just know. They were like, "All right, one of them's awake. Let's go and get him some food. Let's go and get him a cup of tea." And I was like, oh. And then landed in JFK, and then you go to get a connecting flight, and you get a connecting flight in the US, and it's never anything fancy. You get one of those American Eagle flights, and it's just, first class is just being sat at the front with a bit more leg room, but that's fine, you know, it's just like a way of getting from point A to point B. You're only there for an hour and a bit, they give you a couple of drinks, whatever, and then spent some time in America, just relaxed, ate nice food, walked on the beach, chilled in my hotel room, went to bars, went to pubs, went to breweries, and that's it, really. Is first class different than business class? It is. So, I've been in business class, and the thing about business class is you get the comfort of a nice big seat that reclines, and you get a little bit more to eat. But the difference that I found with first is, like I mentioned, it's that service. It's how much you are waited on by the staff and how much special attention they give you. And, oh god, I have to tell you guys the story about when I landed in JFK. Okay, so my flight was delayed by a tiny little bit, only by a little bit, but it was delayed. It was delayed a little bit. And so when I landed, I was slightly concerned. When I landed, I got all my stuff packed up, I got dressed and everything, and then I walked out, and immediately one of the FA says, "There's someone waiting for you," and I was like, "There is?" And it was this lady in a high-vis jacket. And I thought I was in trouble at first. I was like, maybe there were lithium-ion batteries in my checked luggage. But no, she said, "I'm very sorry about your flight delay, sir. Please come with me." And she immediately just escorted me through the entire airport. And she was this lovely, lovely, polite lady. I can't remember what her name was, but she introduced herself to me, and I was like, "Hello, how do you do? It's very nice to meet you." And so she brought me through. She was like, "We've already rebooked your flight. We've put your bag, we've put your checked luggage onto the next flight for you. What we're going to do is we need to take you through security real quick." And so she immediately got me to the front of the queue, helped me do all of my like bag repacking for me, and then took me through, and she gave me a brief history lesson about the airport. She was like, "So this right here is our brand new lounge, this is that." And so she said, "And this lounge right here is only for first class passengers, exclusively on British or American Airways, exclusively on those two airlines, and only in first class." And I was like, "Okay, it's called the Chelsea Lounge." And I walked in there, and she said, "So you've got about 3 to 4 hours before your next flight, and we're very, very sorry about the delay." And I was like, no, it's fine. And so I went into the what's called the Chelsea Lounge, and that was when I started really feeling it, because they have this champagne bar, obviously with bottomless champagne, and then they also have this a la carte dining area, which is also completely free. And so you just I sat in there, was waited on hand and foot, given incredible, expensive, like $200 a bottle champagne for free, sat there eating this delicious dinner, and I just thought, like, you can drink a lot without being drunk, right? I know I was drunk. I was very drunk the entire time. And so that was just my experience. I just sat there. That was where I was in that lounge when I made my tweet about Daft Punk. I was just listening to that song and I was like, you know what? This shit goes so hard. And I was like, I'm going to tweet about that shit. And then obviously after that, I got on my flight over to where I was staying. And then after that, I came back, and I had another first-class flight with American Airways on the way back, and that was also really good. They have a really nice seat which swivels toward the window where there's a desk so you can work while looking out the window, which is just fucking absurd. The food wasn't quite as good, and the service was a lot more sort of, ordinary. It wasn't, like, insane. It wasn't, like, insane like the British Airways one, but it was still nice. It was very, very nice. And I think it's also impressive because American aviation has always been about efficiency, and they've never really had a true first-class offering until American Airways decided to do like what's called their flagship first. So it was very interesting to get to experience that. So yes, that was pretty cool. That was pretty much all I have to say. Experienced first class for the very first time, and I've become a wine person ever since. And I'm very excited to see what happens next. If I had a goal in life, I would say I wanna work hard enough to the point where I can experience first class on all the major airlines. Was I drunk the whole time? Yes, I was. I'm also going to take my hoodie off because it's very fucking warm in here. Oh god, I'm a sweaty lad. Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay. But that's pretty much the only real story I have to tell from being gone. The rest of it was a complete nightmare. But that part was really, really nice. That part was really nice. As I can imagine, you're probably well aware from how much I'm talking about it. Uh-oh. Sweaty. Ha 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 ha. Sweaty. I should travel to Asian countries. I should. I want to travel, so if I was to fly first class again, I imagine the next time I do it will probably be back to Japan, for work or stuff like that. And so I'd like to try ANA or JAL first class if I had the opportunity. But the one I'm most interested in trying would either be Emirates or Singapore Airlines, because the thing about Singapore Airlines that I've heard is that in very rarely, I think only on like Airbus A380 services or on one of those double-decker planes, they have a first class service where if you book 2 suites, so 2 tickets next to each other, or like one behind another one, they will pull down the wall between them and set up a double bed on a plane. So if you're going with, if you're going with your lover or something, you can just lie in bed and probably just put on the do not disturb sign and make a little bit of magic happen in a double bed on a plane. So I'm kind of interested in that experience, definitely. Which one of you wants to go with me, huh? Come on. Was the beach not cold? Surprisingly, no. It was actually very sunny, even for February, which is odd. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I need to think straight. So, let's talk about what we're going to do. So I'll be putting a schedule out tonight. With some more plans for the future. I'm really interested in seeing what is going to happen. I'm really interested in seeing what's going to happen. So essentially, like I said, excuse me. Like I said, I want to be able to be a consistent and reliable source of happiness and entertainment for business class roleplay ASMR. Oh. And that's good. That's good. So this person, I don't know how I found it. It was literally one of those based on your likes or you might like on Twitter. I saw a tweet of someone saying, this would be a great ASMR, but I hope my lord doesn't see this. And I was like, oh. And I read it, and it was this Tumblr post about someone who was getting their guts rearranged by their boyfriend. And he got a call from his boss for like a job interview or something, and he just took the interview and didn't stop fucking, and was there for 20 minutes doing that, doing this job interview, and just effortlessly kept rearranging his partner's guts the entire time. And they said it was the most turned on they've ever been, and I was like, maybe that's a plan. Maybe that's a plan. We got to think about that. We got to think about what ASMR to do next. But of course, since we didn't get to do it last time, the next ASMR that I do will be the zombie apocalypse one. I just have to think about when to do it. Maybe we do it this weekend. Maybe we do it this Sunday. Maybe we do it this week and just get it out of the way, because next week, obviously over the weekend, I want to do my charity stream. Yeah, the zombie apocalypse one is going to be pretty good. I've got some fun ideas for that, so it'd be nice to be able to do that. And then we're playing 12 minutes later, which I'm very excited for as well. I think that's going to be really interesting. I hope it's not too difficult to understand. I'm very interested in continuing Donkey Kong. When I was playing the first Donkey Kong game... Shut up! Shut up, Slack! I don't care! When I was busy... playing the first Donkey Kong, I was like, I don't know if I like these games, they're really hard. And then I beat the first one, and I was like, and I was just like, okay, I love this. I love this. I love everything about it. And we're going to keep playing it. So I now own a Nintendo 64 with a copy of DK64. So after we finish Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3, we're going to move on to that one. And then after that, I'm really excited to play the Retro Studios Donkey Kong. So there'll be Donkey Kong Country Returns, which I can play on my 3DS, and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, which I can play on my Switch. So I'm very, very excited for that. And Donkey Kong Choose Ape is going to be regular. I really want to keep going with Donkey Kong Choose Ape, because that has just become one of my favorite strategies, one of my favorite traditions, and I really want to keep that going. I want to keep going until I've played all of them, because I've fallen so far in love. I've fallen so far in love with these games and their music and everything. What about the Billy stream this Sunday? Let me tell you about Billy on Sunday. So, I will be streaming on Billy on Sunday. I wonder if you're wondering, what on earth are you going to be doing? Have you guys heard about, I don't know if any of my wonderful fans currently living in China have had a chance to go to KFC recently. You might have been jump scared if you decide to go to KFC for a little bit of beautiful chicken early in the morning one day, perhaps for late at night, and you see me stood in there. You get a box with my face on it with all the other boys. So yes, on Billy, I will be doing a KFC mukbang, because this is one collab stream. This is one brand collab that I want to promote the fuck out of. This is one because I love KFC. I love chicken. I love fried chicken. I love Colonel Sanders. He's like a father to me. I want to promote this as best as I can, and so I'm going to sit there and I'm going to eat KFC. You bought 52! Good! Good! I'm gonna buy more. I'm gonna go down my local KFC. I'm gonna get the fattest amount. This is the closest I will ever come to a Nikocado Avocado roleplay ASMR. So I'm very excited for that. So that's gonna be before, if I manage to do both, I guess I can do all of the prep for the zombie apocalypse ASMR, and then do, or get that ready, do the KFC stream, and then immediately do the zombie one. So what you're gonna have there is you're gonna have this very dramatic, highly produced ASMR about a zombie apocalypse, but you will just sit there with the knowledge that I am absolutely full of KFC at that point in time. This man will be like, I haven't eaten in so long. The zombies, they stole all of our food supply. And meanwhile, you will know that I am so fucking full of chicken at that point. So it's gonna be very silly. It's gonna be a very, very silly time. But I'm looking forward to it. I want to just get stuck in. I want to get back to work. I'm excited. I'm motivated. Like Virgil from Devil My Eggs. So yes, I will be talking about the collab, and I'll be eating a load of KFC and just having a nice dance. So that's going to be lovely. That's going to be lovely for me, and lovely for you too. So what else is there to talk about? We have to figure out what to do tomorrow, but other than that, I think the weekend is fairly sorted. So I'm very excited for all of that, and yeah, it's gonna be a grand old time. I think most of all, I've got a few creative ideas for streams. I've had one idea for a stream that I really want. Dark Souls 3, yes. I need to get that set up as well. But yes, I want to do that next week if possible. Actually, we could do that on Saturday. No, actually, I think it might need more time to get that set up. Maybe next week. How is dish soap? I haven't actually checked on dish soap in a long time because, as you guys are aware, I've been, dealing with a situation. I haven't had a chance to check on dish soap. I think my DS is out of charge, so I'm gonna go check on him. He's a good boy. He'll be fine. Oh god, so many supers. I really need to read these. Yes, I will pet dish soap for everybody. I'll make sure. I have not neglected dish soap. I've been taking care of my... He won't be hungry. Exactly. He's got mole on the wall to eat. God, this dungeon Akasupa project has been going for a long time. Okay, guys, let's detour. Let's read supers, and then I'll take a break for lunch, and then we will read, and then we will, because you guys have been very generous, and you've been welcoming me back with a load of support, and so, oh my fucking god. There was some fucking guy copyright claimed my last Donkey Kong stream, saying one of his songs was in it, and the only thing that you've got is just Sticker Brush Symphony from the game itself. You didn't make Sticker Brush Symphony, you're not David Wise. If David Wise himself had copyright claimed my video, I probably would have jerked off, knowing that he knew I existed. David Wise is another one of my Oshis. Yeah, let me check the super... Wiper. Guys, been so many supers. Goodness me. Okay, wait. There we go. Okay. So we've got an Akasupa from Saku, which seems to have been ages ago. We've got one from Mami. How do you read that? Poco. Mami Poco with an Akasupa. We've got Remy with an Akasupa. Thank you very, very much. We've got Cello with an Akasupa. Coco and Flora with Akasupas as well. Thank you guys so much. We've got Koyuki with an Akasupa. Welcome back, my lord. Yoisu with an Akasupa. Piltcat with an Akasupa. Aura with an Akasupa. HQ with an Akasupa. And of course, many other supers as well. Michiko, thank you very much. Okaeri tadaima. I haven't given you guys kisses in a long time. Michan, thank you very much for the Akasupa as well. Thank you so much. Tender Dream, thank you for the Akasupa as well. Thank you so much. I haven't given you guys kisses in a long time. Wouldn't be rather kissing nobody else? Oh, I've missed those lips. Give me the... Thank you, HQ, Naku, and Yuki for the Akasupa. Thank you so much. Thank you, Misa, for the Akasupa. Thank you, Momo-chan, for the Akasupa. Thank you very much to Nox and Kirihara Akira for the Akasupa. Thank you, Miyanya and Mayukai for the Akasupa. Chi for the Akasupa as well. Yan Chestnut, thank you very much for the Akasupa. Mayo, thank you very much for the Akasupa. The 8 is back in town. You bet your ass I am. Lady Lily, thank you for the Akasupa. Suika. So we've got, this is the start of the super project. This is, oh my god, there are so many. What the fuck? Jenny Alex, thank you for the Akasupa. Hyan and Coraline, thank you very much. From Aloct, thank you very much, Aloct, for the Akasupa as well. So Suika with an Akasupa. Welcome back, start. Welcome home, master. This is a gift from Kindred. And then next up we've got Meow Meow Zai Zai. Welcome, my babe. You're my heart. I miss you. I and Dish Soap will always be with you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Murasaki, thank you very much for the Akasupa. Welcome back, my lord. Give you a hug. Miss you so much. Love you. Love you too. Lika, thank you very much for the Akasupa. Mufang, thank you very much for the Akasupa. Waini. And Aniko, thank you for the Akasupa. Saki QJ, thank you very much for the X Super as well. Okai, thank you very much. Rika, thank you very much. Feng Shi Mu, thank you very much. Ming, thank you very much. CCCCCCXH, thank you very much. Bluebird, thank you very much. Jean, thank you very much. Nana77, thank you very much. Olivin K, thank you very much. Oblivion Avenue, thank you very much. Crystal from Sweetie, thank you very, very much. Yulia Pipils, thank you very much. Inja, thank you very much. Ining, thank you very much. Moamal, thank you very much. Harumi, thank you very much. Say, thank you very much. Evelyn, thank you very much. Zemo, thank you very much. Mikanagi, thank you very much. Gowan, thank you very much. Fern, thank you very much. Feili, thank you very much. Suming, thank you very much. Frost, thank you very much. Lack of Kisses, thank you very much. Velma, thank you very much. Cuckoo Meow, Chen Chen, thank you very much, guys. Shinju, Mio Angelo, thank you very much. And that was the end of the Welcome Back project. Fucking hell. So much generosity. How do I process that emotionally? Red Asta, thank you very, 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 very much. Okaidi, Tadaima. Zoe Winoi, thank you very much. Zoe Winoi Vitalis, thank you very much for the Akasupa. Running out of energy. Yeah, me too. I'm exhausted. There's so much love here. How do I process all that? How do I drink all that down? Nekosaka, thank you very much for the Akasupa. I appreciate that so much, my darling. Thank you so much. Maruilin, thank you very much. Thank you, Miki, for the Akasupa. Thank you, Mana. Thank you, Bibi-chan. Thank you, Shue. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rebecca M. and Yoli. Thank you, Miao Bing. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Aku Nyako. Thank you very much. Miao Miao Zai Zai. Thank you very, very much. From Lin. Thank you very much. Remy. Thank you very much. Pei-chan. Thank you very much. Liu Xia. Thank you very much. Kuroi 2.0. Thank you very much. Yubo. Thank you very much. Iris, Ame, Asta, and Raphael. Thank you very much. So this is the dungeon. This is the dungeon super project. Welcome back, my lord. I miss you so much. Nice to be here with you again. It's my pleasure to welcome you home. Hope your journey back to the future. Oh god, so this is all... I like the sweaty emoji in this one. Waini, thank you very much to Raphael and Weiwei and Raphael again. Thank you very much. From Zunya, Red wants to celebrate you back. Thank you very, very much. Iris, Raphael, and Pilkat, thank you very much. Thank you, Raphael, again. Iris, Pei Ying, Maru Maru, Kathy, Sena, Adadadi, Raphael again. Moyen Chen, thank you very much, darling. Very lively. Gladys and Tokito, thank you guys so much. JS, thank you very much. And the laziest, thank you very much. Shizuku, thank you very much. Matsuko, thank you very much. And Ame, thank you for ending the dungeon super chat project. Thank you so much. Navi, thank you very much. And FF, thank you very much. All right, I think we're all caught up. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Connie, Francesca, thank you very much. Yana, thank you for the Akasupa. I've something good to tell you. You and some Thai kindred won a lottery because of your 8 from Drunk Stream. I don't know how you managed to do that, but I'm very proud of you. Get your bag, king/queen/other. Chat is in fact dead, unfortunately. Chat's been that way for a long time. I was hoping that YouTube would have figured their shit out by the time I came back, but it seems that they have not. That's just how it works, unfortunately. So yes, from the bottom of my heart, whether you were a part of a project, whether you sent an Arca super or even a small little super or any amount of money, if you've been here for this stream in any capacity whatsoever, thank you. Thank you so much for encouraging me and for welcoming me back with such wonderful open arms. I cannot genuinely, I cannot thank you enough for your understanding and your patience and your love in this time, because like I said, this has been one of the hardest and most brutal things that I have been through in a very long time, and to know that even though I up and left very, very suddenly halfway through a scheduled week, that you're still prepared to welcome me back. I appreciate that beyond all words, and I will do as much as I can to repay your kindness in spades. I want to make you laugh, I want to make you smile, and I hope that I get to inspire you to achieve new heights on your own as well. That's all I've ever wanted to do, and I hope that I get to keep doing it in the future as well. Okay? You genuinely mean the world to me, and I want to keep making sure that you believe that. I mean, thank you very much for the Akasupa. Thank you so much. Nezumi and Lulu Elf, thank you very much. No! Hey, it's not my fault. The cutouts at KFC are made of I don't know, made of cardboard or whatever it is. They're not representative of my real ass, okay? Sapphire, thank you very much for the Akasupa. And thank you, Reika Okaeri. Tadaima. Yeah, no, I'm really excited to just get back into the swing of things. I want to work to make my space as comfortable as possible, and to make sure that I can just sit here and stream for long periods and not have to worry about it as much anymore. I just want to do my job, you know. I just want to see your smiling faces and work hard on making things exciting. And I think in a big way, beyond raising a lot of money and helping people who don't have a voice or can't afford therapy by making the charity stream for Rise Above the Disorder, I think that a big event like that, and trying to get as many people from Niji involved as possible, I have high hopes that it will kind of reinvigorate everybody in a way. Because trust me, we know you guys are tired, and we're really, really tired as well. There's a lot of things we've got to be tired about, but I don't know. Maybe I'm naive, but I really want for the charity event to really lift people's spirits and to help everyone feel more equipped to deal with the road ahead, you know. I want it to feel like a fun event. I want everyone's Oshis to interact with everyone else's Oshis. I just want everyone to walk away with having a really positive experience and to know that they did something good, you know. So I'm going to keep planning for it. Hopefully I'll be able to definitively say that it will be happening next week. And then we'll finally get, because I've been talking about this charity stream for the longest fucking time, and it's going to make me really happy to get it over and done with, and to have walked away with, you know, a lot of money to give to this charity that I care about a lot. And who knows, once that's done, maybe we can work on another charity. Maybe we can do another stream for the same charity. Who knows? We've opened the floodgates at that point. We can do whatever we want. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a little teaser, okay? I'm going to give you a little teaser, because we've got it all figured out now. Got it all figured out. Oh god, I should have responded to that DM by now. Oh no. I'm gonna give you guys a little teaser. So, like I mentioned, I have commissioned a brand new overlay for the charity stream. Grace Lily Lee, thank you for the Akasupa. And it's going to come in many, many varieties. It's going to come in many varieties indeed. But this is just one of them. And this is going to be what it looks like. Hold on. Ta-da! You have Baba, you have Onigiri in the top right. That monitor is going to be where we show updates for the charity stream. That's where donations are going to pop up. I'm going to sit on the left. Guests are going to sit on the right, and you've got Onigiri taking a selfie on the left with this beautiful landscape in the back. Uwu Media, I commissioned to do this, and they've done a fucking insane job. So professional and so hardworking, and they got it finished in such a speedy time. It's an insane looking overlay with, it's animated as well. I didn't show you the animation, but it is animated, and you guys are going to get to see a lot more of it once it gets finished. So I mean it when I say, this is not cheap to do, and I'm very, very interested in getting it all figured out. So thank you guys so much for supporting me and letting me do this. Animated, yes, it is. So I think I'm going to call it there. I don't have much else to talk about. I took a lovely trip. I got fully rested after a really horrible experience, but I'm back now, and I want to be back. Actually, I have one more story to tell. One really quick story. On my way back on American Airlines, I was already drunk as fuck because I went back to the Chelsea lounge and I was just sipping champagne constantly. And so I was very drunk, and I got sat on the plane, and I was enjoying some food. And you may have been seeing my Twitter and saw me live tweeting about Forrest Gump. Yes, I started watching Forrest Gump. And when I tell you that when I wrote that I was crying. I was not lying. I was absolutely inconsolable watching Forrest Gump. I was sat there, I was eating my dinner, and I literally, at one point, I can't remember which scene it was. I genuinely, I was so drunk, I can't remember what happened in the film to make me cry like this, but there was something that happened, and I just thought about how genuine and sweet and loving Forrest is as a character. I started, like, full body, like, crying, like, just tears streaming down my face. I wasn't making much noise, because I was like, oh, I'm in first class, I can't make much noise, but my mouth, I was crying so hard, I couldn't shut my mouth. I couldn't close my mouth. It was hanging open. I just buried my face in my hands and I just bawled my fucking eyes out. Because I was drunk as shit and I thought Forrest Gump was such a sweet little boy and he cared for everyone around him so much and he was so genuine. And I just loved him and I just started sobbing, and then 40 minutes into the movie I fucking passed out and that was my flight. I woke up really close to when we landed as well, so I didn't really get too much of an experience of American Airlines on the way back, but it was still nice. So that's that. I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I need to go and get some lunch figured out, and so we're going to go do that. But thank you very much, everyone, for welcoming me back with such open arms. I want to do everything in my power to make sure that everything is good. From this point on, I want to just be consistent and to make good content and to not make you guys worry about me so much. Okay? Lily, thank you for the Akasupa, and Anna, thank you very much for the Akasupa as well. I really appreciate you both. It's been a very exhausting time for all of you guys. It's been a very exhausting time for us as well, but I think from now on, I want to be really committed to just making things feel fun and exciting again as best I can. So let's keep it moving, and I will see you all when it happens. So in about 45 minutes, we're going to play 12 minutes. It's funny. And we're going to play 12 minutes and 45 minutes, which I should have done a long time ago, and I'm excited to be getting around to it finally. So thank you all for coming out, everybody. I really, really appreciate it, and I will see you all in a bit. So thank you very much for coming, everyone, and once more, thank you very much, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Let's make each other proud, okay? I'm home! Yeah! Nah.